Oh no.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were using for the thing. I love your icon. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were using. Oh, hi, Goose. Hi, Lap. Hi, Wob. How is everybody doing? It's science time, baby.
Alright, hello everyone. Hi Goose.
Science! Yes, indeed. Science, indeed. Where do we want to start today?
I have no idea. Any questions got your eyes? Hi, Lab.
Yeah, well, we could do a basic why we think we're slightly more qualified than the average person to talk about science.
We had at least 4 years of torture to make us more qualified, so...
We've both made the terrible decision to go to university and subject ourselves to torture.
Yeah. And a bio major.
Yeah, we're both bio nerds.
Which is just way worse.
I did genetics.
Thank you for the
Hi, Gail! I did genetics for 3 years and suffered the consequences.
I got my bachelor's in medical lab sciences, and I'm currently doing my master's in microbiology.
Yeah,
so
and you're still doing
it qualified.
Easy.
Because I haven't left the house in 18 months.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Alright. Question 1.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions, or should we just go into the ones that we already had?
I guess if there's something you really want to answer, what is that? I did research on literally one of them.
I was thinking of just going and I ate myself a butt. I was gonna go in order because otherwise I'll get confused.
Yeah, let's do that.
Ooh. You gotta pay now.
Open, so.
I see.
Oh yeah.
No, you have to pay.
You do have to do a redeem.
The first one I see is Libby's one, which was, what do you secretly wish somebody would ask about your field of study but no one ever does?
Anything that isn't, why did you shoot that?
Yeah.
Like microbiology, everybody just thinks about the basics of it, which is just you have to memorize a million things. And like, if you're not passionate about it, it's incredibly boring. So everybody that I went to college with at least, they all hate microbiology.
Yeah. For me, it not really that I wish people would ask, but more that I wish people would realize that, because I say that I study genetics and people think that that means I literally just look at like ATCG lines all day. Oh, like I don't. That's not how it works. I did actually have to study basically the whole body. It was like I do know how the body works. Oh, bye Goose, love you.
Oh, bye Goose, love you.
Yeah, I think any biology course you do have to just study how the body works first, so you can figure out how it goes wrong afterwards.
I remember nothing about anatomy.
I
got an A+ in it, but I remember nothing.
I did pass it. Although our anatomy wasn't really anatomy, it was broken up into a load of weird modules that weren't anatomy. it'd be like brain stuff, heart like it was all broken up into separate modules. So
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, we
more
just took
suffering.
one, like, general anatomy, then
Mm,
physiology and pathophysiology.
okay.
Both of those other two were actually useful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anatomy is really that useful to our majors, unless you're
No,
an actual doctor.
I suppose it depends. I mean, you don't need the like detailed anatomy that doctors do. But like,
Yeah.
so for example, my thesis at the end was about how nanoparticles affect the lungs. So obviously, you kind of need to know about the anatomy
Oh.
of the lungs.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. But do you need to know the names of every single bone in your foot?
Nah, I don't know bones.
Yeah.
I do not know
Me neither.
bones. I know I have them.
Yeah, when I say I hate anatomy, I mean I hate bones. I'd rather I don't have them, actually.
There are too
It'll
many.
be a bit easier to live that way.
And that follows beautifully on to the next question, which is why the hell do we have crazy weak-ass bones on the top of our feet?
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take a vaguely uneducated guess and say that it's because they gotta move.
Yeah, that's what I think about it too. Like, you have to sacrifice some rigidity in order to have good amount of mobility.
Yeah. Whenever anything has to move, it usually is pretty weak.
Yeah.
There's only one bone on that.
Mm-hmm. Which is why, like, the ankles have to move. Like, Google sent another message and asked why ankles get sprained a lot. It's because they have to move around a lot.
Yeah.
Like, they're under a ton of pressure.
Yeah. They do have to do a whole bunch of moving. I think.
Yeah.
1 second. I
think the more a joint moves or has pressure on it, the more likely it is for it to go completely wrong.
Yeah. I think in general, I'm not sure that I have bones. No. I'm not 100% sure. I could hypothesize that I have bones. But I've never... Actually, no, that's a lie. I do have a full body x-ray. But they could be lying to me.
They could be.
I've never
I know I have bones because they hurt all the time.
This is true. Could have been someone else's x-ray, exactly. Yeah, no. Ankles are pretty prone to injury. Just because, I mean, they're carrying you all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in general, people underestimate just how much your feet move when you walk.
Yeah.
Like, they do a whole lot of bending. Ankle's MVP. Yeah, ankle, most valuable joint.
Yeah. Knees, on the other hand, are just weird for no reason.
Knees are just bad.
Yeah. Just awful.
I would love it.
That many ligaments.
I would love it if knees were like ball and socket joints. Imagine the
if knees were anything, that's...
Oh, dear. Yeah, fuse your knees. You don't need them. Next question. Oh, dear. If I were a crab, I wouldn't have knees. Things crabs have technically knees.
I think.
Well, no, I have to look that up.
Yeah, you'd have more knees.
I think you'd just have lots of knees.
Exactly.
Or are they elbows? Do crabs have knees?
Wait, yeah, they are different. Elbows actually make sense.
They are indeed. I just need to know if...
Oh, yeah, and dual isn't here. But the answer for why bones are so easy to say is doing the dual. Like...
Yeah.
How many bones has he broken that you know of?
It's impressive. Knees.
Yeah, it's an impressive amount. So I don't think it's really the fault of his bones as much as
The fault of his brain. Crabs do not have ball
The
and
brain
socket
is the
joints.
worst bone in the body.
Crabs do not have ball and socket joints, but the leg pivots at numerous peg in socket joints that are sealed by flexible chitin and can move in one plane similar to our knee. Okay, so unfortunately, Gil, crabs just have lots of knees.
Oops.
They're just so many knees. Sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to inform you, but they do in fact have more knees than us. Yeah, my hip kind of slides slowly out of place over the course of a few days, and I have to every now and then put it back in. I've never injured it. I've never injured it. It just does that.
Yeah, I guess like hips and shoulders are both kind of free floating joints, I think it's called. Where it's just like literally a socket. A ball in a socket, so it's easy for it to slide out of place, especially with the amount of mobility it has. Hi, T.
Hi, T.
Hello.
Yeah, I dislike hips on a personal level.
Yeah.
Hips have wronged me the most. Oh dear.
I think my knees have wronged me the most, so I'll just keep bad-mouthing them, even if they're okay.
Oh dear. These hips lie to me every day. Yeah, this is true. Legs are very strong. Leg bones are ridiculously strong. I think it's incredibly hard to actually break a leg bone.
Femur is harder to break than steel, I think. That's why they only break in car crashes and stuff.
Which is, I was gonna say, but then sometimes footballers manage to break them. I'm like, how have you done that? Like, there'll be an odd footballer on a pitch with his shin poking out. Like, how have you done this?
Yeah. Like, also your lower foot is weaker because the bones are way thinner than the femur.
Yeah.
Like, the femur itself is kind of very hard to break.
Yeah.
I guess.
But also pretty bad if you do break it.
Oh yeah, it hurts to tell from what I know.
Too much stress over the years. Yeah, it could be that. That is something I could rant about for ages, is people
probably
being obsessed with running. Running drives me absolutely insane because the human body is not designed to run for like the amount of time and on concrete that people do. And then they're like, why do all runners have injuries? And it's like, it's because you're not supposed to do that. You dingus?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I wonder why every single person who's ever habitually ran is very injured.
Yeah. I think all sports have more focus on performance than actually being healthy.
Yeah.
Instead of being like...
Exactly. I could go on an entire rant about how half of the fitness trends have nothing to do with health and everything to do with perceived ability.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect opportunity to do that rant right now, so...
It's like, powerlifters. The muscles they train in powerlifting are utterly useless in terms of, like, everyday actions that would require strength. Like, they're not usable, they're just for show.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but strength is not the big human performance, despite being the worst for.
And also, a lot of bodybuilders have diabetes because the sheer amount of food that they have to eat to be that big, it's just not something the body is supposed to process.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure steroids might be healthier.
Steroids probably better. It's better than giving yourself diabetes by choice.
Yeah.
It's like, what do powerlifters? I think they body builder. I'm intrigued because I have seen some people.
I think The Rock has, like, his muscles are a bit more useful.
Yeah, he's got more useful
his
muscles.
Background wasn't wrestling.
Yeah, which is inherently more like that's about the body moving in a way that's useful to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Bodybuilders are mostly just
Hi,
pick
Stan,
the
love
thing
you.
up, put it down. Hi, Stan!
Yeah.
Oh no.
And also, like, this is about sports, but 6-packs are not healthy.
Nope, especially not for
Like
women or AFAB people. Yeah.
Like, you have to be extremely dehydrated for that to happen.
Yes.
I think every Marvel actor has spoken about how bad it is for their body when they have to do that.
Yeah, and they're like, visibly people would say they're in the best shape of their lives in those films, but when they finished them, they're like, I took 3 years to recover from that.
Yep.
Oh, it's like, what the hell is his name? Fuck, guy from The Mummy.
Oh, Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Yeah.
That destroyed his body. Like, he broke his body doing that.
Yep.
Because it's just not good for you, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think it was The Mummy. It might have been George of the Jungle, maybe? One of those movies. I don't know.
Yeah, one of them broke him.
One of them completely broke him, yeah.
And now everybody bullies him because he has a quote-unquote dad bod, and it's like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, I mean, he looks the happiest he's ever been. So
yeah.
About it.
God forbid a man is happy and healthy without a 6-pack.
Yeah. I don't
Anyway.
think Harrison Ford has ever actually done that much harmful effort to his body.
Trying to imagine Harrison Ford exercising is quite funny.
Yeah.
Was he ever, like, beefy? I don't recall Harrison Ford being beefy.
Yeah, like, he was hot, but he wasn't beefy.
I think he's just tall, and tall people tend to get a pass.
Probably.
I cannot find any pictures of Harrison Ford beefy. But he does kind of look like a caveman at the minute. He has a very big beard.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear. Yeah. It's... I think I remember there being one about Christian Bale as well. When
I have no idea how Christian Bale is alive till now.
Yeah, because
he lost a lot of weight, then immediately put on a bunch of weight.
Yeah, like he had that. What role was it where he lost? He was like scarily thin.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
and that is another fun fact that's science related. It is way more harmful to your body to be, like, say 1% underweight than it is to be 1% overweight.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's constantly on people's asses about, like, oh, fat's terrible for you, blah, blah, blah. It's so much worse to be underweight. It is so bad. I don't think anyone realizes that, because no one talks.
Yeah. Your body needs fat and carbs and everything to function.
Yeah.
Like, extra weight.
Yeah.
20 extra pounds are not gonna kill you.
No, they are not. That's something that drives me insane, is when people talk about carb-free diets, and I'm like, you know,
that's okay.
It's also not really possible. I'm like,
Yeah,
everything
like,
does have carbohydrates in it. The only way to get a carb-free diet is if you stop eating.
and even if you avoid actual carbs, everything still like becomes carbohydrates inside your body. So you can't just cut that out completely.
Yeah, almost. Well, actually, no. Every dieting thing I've seen has just been a ploy on the hope that the average person doesn't understand how the body works.
Yeah.
It's like half of them are just laxatives.
Weight loss instead of health.
Yeah. Half of them are just laxatives, and it's like, yeah, you will technically lose weight if you poop violently. It's not gonna get what you want.
I thought you fed on cookies, Kaz.
Feed off ocean water and eggs. No! Do not consume ocean water. Not just because. Libby! Hi!
Hi, Libby.
No, please don't drink ocean water.
Yeah.
Please don't. What else do we have here? Because I could ramble about diet culture.
Yeah, I thought that too. Yes.
A very long time.
I fail at reading.
What other branch of science would you have liked to study aside from the one you did/are doing? That's a great question. My body is against eggs. I am not. I love eggs. My body despises them.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't eat eggs. It's not.
I mean, I despise my eggs, but that's not it.
I also hate my own eggs. Yes.
Yeah. That's why you're throwing them away.
Yeah. Yeah, no, what other branch of science would you have liked to study?
I mean, it's kind of hard to know if you don't really get into you have to know it that well.
Yeah.
And I knew microbiology was for me after my second year of university. Because, like, I remember being 5 years old and learning that plants feed on life, just going home to your parents and being super excited about this new discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I first learned that vitamin what's one?
That's
Vitamin K is actually produced by bacteria in your stomach.
Yeah.
Like, your body does not produce it naturally. Our number one source of vitamin K in our entire body is
bugs.
Is bacteria. And just, I don't know why I felt super excited after learning that.
It's neat,
Luckily,
isn't it?
because I'm a nerd, but you know.
I think, what the hell is it called? I didn't study it for long. The microbiome in general and like how vital it is to health is fascinating.
Yeah, it's my absolute favorite.
Yeah, we only had like a really short module on it.
Yeah.
I think we were looking at something.
We didn't go that much into it. I just almost every single presentation I had to do, I just steered it in the direction of probiotics and microbiome.
Yeah. The one thing that I found really interesting was there was a study when we were doing it that was saying something like the exposure to your mother's microbiome through the process of a natural birth. Like, it's been shown that people born by cesarean section might be less healthy in general because they never had that birth thing where you would be given a whole ton of bacteria. But if you've been born by C-section, you don't have that. It's not like life-threatening or anything. It's just in general. People born by cesarean
that's
section.
Actually, one of the things I am not a gamer, Gil.
Gamer.
One of the things I was considering doing my research on was effects of cesarean birth on the chances of you getting skin disorders. And
It's really interesting, isn't it? Wait, did you say eating disorders?
No, skin disorders.
Oh.
And yeah,
Okay.
they do have stuff on. I think they do affect that a bit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a lot
the
of it's about your feelings of hunger and brain signaling between your gut and brain is really majorly run by bacteria in your body. Like the way I always compare it is.
I love that term, gut flora. It makes it sound like flowers inside yourself. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
my flower friends.
Yep. Like the way I always describe it is, imagine if you've been doing the past century of diabetes research without knowing that the pancreas was an organ and just ignoring it totally.
Yeah, basically.
That's how I feel about it. A lot of the missing pieces about our bodies is because we've been ignoring the gut microbiome for like until 10 years ago. We've been completely ignoring it.
That's kind of how it feels about genetics. Like a lot of the things that we would ask our professors in genetics, they would just be like, we don't know yet. I'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
They're both, I think.
That way in most sciences.
Yeah. I think in general, though, genetics and microbiology are kind of not new in that they only just got discovered, but new in that people are deciding they should care about them.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Like, we have always had DNA and microbes. But people only just realize that they should care about them.
They don't really care unless we see immediate feedback from it. And just research does not work like that.
Yeah.
It took them 20 years to figure out the structure of DNA after finding out it's this or that it's the genetic material in our body.
Yeah.
Or more than that.
Yeah. No, the part of the thing was going through the whole history of genetic sequencing, and just the way they did it first makes me want to cry. It's so long.
Yeah.
Was it Sanger sequencing that was the first one?
Yeah, it's the Sanger.
Yeah. It was just agonizingly slow.
Yeah. How long did the Human Genome Project take? The first time the Human Genome Project. The first time they fully mapped the human
full sequence
codes.
Oh,
like maybe 10 or 13 years?
It wasn't long ago.
Yeah, it ended in 2000, early 2000.
Yeah, it was not long ago.
Yeah.
Because it took a really long
time. That nowadays we can do this in like a day.
Yeah.
What we needed 10 years to do.
Yes. Very much. The only problem is
incredible how weird things are.
Yeah, the better machines nowadays cost so much money.
Oh yeah. It's nice to think that in like a generation or two, those things would be normal.
Yep,
like full sequencing to realize what genetic disease you have a predisposition for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that'd be interesting.
Playing with what the hell was it called? Oh, good, it slipped out of my head. It'll come back into my head at some point. Never mind.
Okay.
Gel electrophoresis, there it is. That was always fun to do. I liked doing that.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Because that was one of the, for my course anyway, it was one of the most, like, tangible things you could do to see DNA being a thing.
Yeah. I think I've done it twice in my life. Because we don't have any funding.
Oh, boo. I really liked doing it. That was the one good thing about my university, was that it's not So in the UK, we have a Russell group, which is basically all the like, I think it's the English equivalent of the Ivy League. My university was not in that, but it was considered one of the like. It prided itself on research, so we just had funding for research and nothing else.
Oh,
I was like, thank God, that's all I do.
Yeah.
It was nice. Oh, oh, T-posing, very good. I could pretend that there's science about the effectiveness of T-posing. Well, yeah, you could bullshit something like, because most animals in the wild have some form of T-posing. Like,
do they though?
well, like when they raise their hackles, if they're like dogs, or if they, when birds puff themselves out, it's just puffing yourself out to scare something. So technically, T-posing.
T-posing is a sign of intimidation.
T-posing is an innate behavior. Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's an instinct. Follow your instincts. T-pose on them bitches. Oy vey. I never answered what I would like to study.
Yeah, and I didn't either, actually.
No.
I think it would be hematology.
Yeah, hematology is cool.
I mean, if I didn't pay the professor who runs all the hematology courses for master's students, I might have gone into that. I just really hate him, and I couldn't handle
That's incredible.
2 more years of courses just given back to him.
Anti-Tazati postcards. I don't know what I would have done. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did want to be a doctor for a while. I actually wanted to be a surgeon, but I have very shaky hands, so that wouldn't have gone well.
Oh, yeah.
I have incredibly shaky hands. But no, for quite a long time, actually, I wanted to be a surgeon. So that, if I didn't have shaky hands, that would have been fun to do.
I don't think I would have ever trusted myself to be a doctor.
My attitude was always, I've met so many really stupid doctors that I can't be worse than them. That was my attitude. I'm like, well, can't get worse than that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, dude. My very smart attitude. Watering time. I don't have any water though.
Here right now, right here.
That was my attitude going into teaching. Exactly. That is the best way to deal with something, is find a really stupid person and set them as your baseline. Be like, okay, can't be worse than that. Gil's question.
I cannot be worse than all of my professors.
Exactly. We have a question from Gil. What is a scientific fact you wish you didn't know? Oh Christ! Sorry, a magpie scared me. I think the most depressing one in genetics, at the very least, that I hate and sometimes think about, is just how thin the fail-safes that cells have built in to stop you getting cancer are. Like,
I actually think it's the opposite. Like, if our bodies didn't have those fail-safes in place, we'd have like 1,000,000 times the amount of cancer.
Yeah, like there's cells in your body being killed constantly because the body realized that they're bad. So yeah, I guess the fact that you are technically full of cancer all the time.
Yeah, you always have that.
Yeah.
The cells are going completely haywire.
Yeah, that one I don't always like thinking about.
Yeah, it's just kind of depressing thinking about like how easily things can go wrong.
Yeah.
Their bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I'm absolutely terrified about is that there was a woman who once died in a hair salon because of the way that, like, they were washing her hair, and the way that she had her neckline kind of paralyzed her or affected her spinal cord.
Ugh.
Yeah, so like how easily can that thing break?
Yeah, that
That's
I
also why I'm
have.
so terrified.
Yeah. If there is a god, I have a bone to pick with them about necks.
Yeah.
Because necks are the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Oh god. It's like, hey, let's put all of the super important bit in this really thin, bendy, fleshy bit with no protection whatsoever and hope they don't die.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Also why I'm so scared of, what are they called? Lumbar punctures.
Standing upright was the biggest.
If the doctor's hand just takes a tiny bit, you're going to be paralyzed for your entire life. I cannot even look at illustrations for it. Which is why one of the science facts I hate most is everything regarding meningitis.
Yeah. Yeah, like, meningitis is pretty awful.
Yeah. Especially that every time I read the symptoms, I keep thinking that, oh wait, I have a headache right now.
Yeah, because all of the symptoms of meningitis are ones that I do have a lot of the time on a daily basis.
Exactly.
Minus the rash, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, my neck hurts, I have a headache. Am I about to die?
Yep. Yeah.
I might.
Light hurts to look at.
Yep. Yeah. Although I found out that light hurts to look at because I have grey eyes, and grey eyes have the least melanin in next to albino eyes.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
Which makes them very sensitive, and I can accept that now. I'm like, okay, I'm just a mole. I will always be squinting.
That thing.
Wait, Miles, where?
I wish I could just go live underground.
Hi, Miles.
Hi, Miles?
Yeah,
Hi,
sorry,
Miles.
I got confused. I was like, purple. Kaz is purple. Miles! Too many of us are purple. It confuses me.
I also hate every fact I know about parasites. Especially parasites. To go back to meningitis.
Yeah, I did everything in my power to drop as many parasitic modules as I could, because, ugh.
Yeah, they're awful.
Oh, they suck.
But did you know that we eat your brain? They don't just live there, they literally eat your brain and make holes in it.
Yeah, they're awful. I hate that. The one that upset me the most was always that one that goes in snails and you can like see it in them. And it's like wiggling in the snail.
Oh gosh.
I hate it.
Yeah, we mostly focused on human parasitology, so.
We only had one module on it. And it was not really relevant to our course, so we didn't, and we just looked at all of the awful ones. Well, it sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the scientific fact I wish I didn't know is that there is cancer everywhere.
Yeah.
There's Cool's really sad one. How is the human heart strong enough to pump blood throughout an entire body? And yet when it experiences just one heartbreak, it shatters into pieces. I
actually did research on that one, so if you want to answer some...
I don't have an answer, go for it.
Some of it first.
Go nuts.
Well, I thought it's super because, you know that theory they have right now that the reason after someone gets hit by lightning, their body jumps back a lot, like a few yards, because of muscle contraction? Not because of the lightning. Not because of the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, hearts are the same, actually. they're fully run by
Did you
electric.
see the picture, Ziggy?
There's a small bundle of electrical nerves in the heart, and they just contract every once in a while to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, during the resuscitation scene, or called, I don't know what it's called,
Mm-hmm.
electric thing. Yeah.
Defibrillation.
That one. Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way it works is when you're having a heart attack with something like that, the electric rhythm goes out of whack, and that's basically just resets it. It's like you turn your phone on and off again.
Yeah, basically.
Reset the electricity in the system. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So that's how our hearts are strong enough to pump blood everywhere. Now, for how heartbreak affects it, turns out there's a million different answers. I just went with two of the ones I found. I'm looking at my notes right now because I actually did write down notes about it.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Hold on.
I never really... Psychology is one of those fields that just goes straight over my head.
Yeah. Like, I like it, but it's also super complicated.
Yeah.
Especially when you get into, like, the biology of neurodegenerative disorders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so in our brain, there's a part called the anterior cingulate cortex that regulates a bunch of different functions. One of them is emotion. So if you feel something, it's possible that it's that nerve affecting you.
Yeah.
So, and this nerve, this part of your brain is linked to a nerve called the vagus nerve, which is one of, I think, the longest nerves in your body. And it manipulates almost every internal organ you have, including your heart, lungs, your speech even, and your intestines. Like, it runs the function of most of them, or it controls at least part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like, you get butterflies in your stomach, or you feel heartbreak, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why there are physical symptoms to your emotions. So, like, you see something exciting, you get butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah.
You feel heartbreak in your heart. And stuff like that. Yeah.
Neat.
And and there's also another thing called cardiomyopathy. I have no idea how to write, so I'll just put it in chat. Hold on.
It's okay.
So yeah, so that's called, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, can we, I don't know. See, this is the thing, I'm kind of desensitized to science pictures that are awful. Can we show the picture of a preserved nervous system? Because it's really cool. Is that too horrifying? I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, it's not any worse than anything Zim has drawn, so.
Yeah, I'll dump that in streaming text. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, so this type of heart disorder is called stress-related myopathy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of going on science stress. Hi, Jewel.
Hey.
Answer your question.
Yeah, we did answer your question. Long story short, feet bendy, therefore breaky.
Yeah, you got that.
Leg not bendy, therefore not breaky. That's how that works.
Yeah. So, the thing I just put in chat is called stress-related myopathy. So every time you think someone has a heart attack from, like, being scared by something or getting horrible news, they're actually experiencing this instead of a classic heart attack. Like classic heart attacks are usually a clot forms in your heart somewhere,
Yeah.
and that causes your heart to lose function.
Yeah.
Stress-related myopathy is also called heartbreak myopathy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is caused by hormones, usually. Like, especially adrenal hormones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your body panics and starts sending stress signals all over, and that causes your heart to, like, lose its rhythm for a bit, and then completely...
Yeah.
Like, you can get a heart attack, and you can die from heartache.
Yeah.
So that explains that.
Yes,
that answer.
indeed.
Yeah. So our hearts they are super strong, but they're also super complicated.
Yeah. They're
which
also
is why
really
you can
weird.
have. Yeah, like super weird.
It's like what muscle is it again? Like, what is it called? The muscle that they're made out of. And it does just contract randomly on its own.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
So if you see a heart on its own, it can just sit there kind of jiggling for a bit on its own, because it just does that.
As long as it has an electrical current going through it, it works.
Yeah, it's a different type of muscle cell. What the fuck is it?
Yeah.
And they just jiggle. But they have like electric coordination points inside them that make them jiggle in a useful way. Myocardium, that's the frickin' word.
Yeah.
Yay, look at that horrible, horrible nerve system. That's a preserved nervous system, isn't it weird? Look at that. Ain't it frickin' whack? I think the nervous system looks cool as hell. It looks like a whole creepypasta inside you. I'll do it 1 second, my asshole cat.
The real creepypasta was the... Oh, hi, Rob.
Shithead cat. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I've actually seen... Oh, that's neat. That's all the zappy lines. Hell yeah, it is. Preserved inside. I always just found body stuff neat.
Yeah. Did your university have a weird hallway that just had a bunch of organs?
Oh yeah. My high school had one of those, but it was mostly like animal organs and weird preserved eels.
Yeah, my high school had that too, but my university just had like an entire hallway that smelled of formaldehyde and
yeah.
Just had a bunch of human fetuses and stuff there.
We also had a really weird hallway at uni that was full of like archaeological things, and I don't know how they got them. Like, there was just a whole mammoth skull there, and I don't know where they got that from.
Well, that's weird.
It was really big and quite ominous. Oh, that's a fun, more history-related fact. It is believed that the mythology of Cyclops is happened because if you look... I'm gonna get a picture of a mammoth skull now. It's picture time, baby. Elephant and or mammoth skulls kind of look like it's got one big old eye in the middle of a mammoth skull. So that'll be... They found these things and they were like... This must come out from some horrible one-eyed creature. Yeah, basically Drawfee. Yeah, if you've seen the Drawfee episode, they're British, Lauren. They found it. You're right. I was gonna say that I went to university in Wales and I remembered that Welsh people are also British. Oops. Sorry, Kaz, that I'm making you do work. I apologize. Guinea squid. Yeah, look at this horrible creature. Horrible, horrible creature, and it looks to somebody who doesn't know what the hell that came from, like it just had one big ass eye in the middle of its head. And that's probably where the mythology of cyclopses came from. That or there were just cyclopses and we've fucked it up. Britain is really great. Yeah, look at that shit. Looks like there's one big old eye in the middle of its head. Doesn't.
Yeah.
It looked like it did. Next question?
Huh.
Where do we go? What is a scientific fact you want us all to know? I had one for this. Did you have one for this?
I don't actually.
I do, and I could screech about it for a million years.
You
GMO crops are not the devil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally agree.
GMO crops are not awful. They're not full of formaldehyde. They're not gonna kill you.
Also, technically, every single crop we have nowadays is a GMO.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. Bananas. The sheer existence of bananas is GMO. Bananas shouldn't exist.
Exactly.
We made bananas.
Uh-huh.
As a human race, we invented the banana.
Yep.
That they're copyrighted. Yes, that's fair enough. But the general practice of GMOs is fantastic. The pure existence of bananas.
Yeah, I mean, companies suck about it. Like pharmaceutical companies suck right now.
Yeah.
Over rights for manufacturing medicine and stuff. But
capitalism bad,
is not
science good.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, no, I always internally and sometimes externally scream when people tell me about how they avoid GMO foods. I'm like, you don't know what that means. And I think sometimes when they say that they want non-GMO crops, they mean they want ones that haven't been sprayed with certain fertilizers, and that is a completely different thing.
Yeah, like that. Oh yeah.
But chemical fertilizers are quite awful.
Yeah, and some of the materials they used to use, to make crops bigger and stuff, those were bad. But nowadays, GMOs is the safest option, actually.
Yep. And the thing is, if people continue to develop GMO crops, they might even not need fertilizers, because the whole point of GMO crops is so that they can, well, it depends on what they're doing with it, really. Sometimes it'll be a crop is particularly susceptible to a certain disease, so they'll try and genetically modify it so that it doesn't keep dying.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
country. Help it survive in harsher climate. Or it needs less resources to survive.
Yes. One of the ones we studied was golden rice, which is basically just, I can't remember what country it was. I don't remember what country it was. Or was it just a general area? Don't remember, doesn't matter. Anyway, so basically, whatever area it is that they were making golden rice for is quite a poor area, and the general population, like almost all of their food is rice. That's all they eat because it's all everyone can afford there.
Yeah.
And rice on its own, not a nutritionally balanced diet.
Yep.
Not good for you. So the whole point of golden rice was to basically manufacture a type of rice that would grow, and it would have a lot more beta carotene in it than regular rice does, because the problem was the people in the area were just going blind because they didn't have any natural source of beta carotene in their diet, because all they were eating was rice. And so GMO invents this type of rice that is identical to normal rice in every single way, except it's yellow because it has a shit ton of beta carotene in it to stop people going blind and dying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that bad? No, it's not. But no, the whole thing, I believe, that started the controversy against GMO crops was when they were first being like trialed. There was an outbreak of mad cow disease, which is completely unrelated.
Oh yeah.
But the media were like, they happened at the same time, therefore definitely related. GMO crops are why the cows have gone crazy. And no one's ever
Alright.
gotten over it, because that's the power the media has.
So they never bring up the fact that cows are fattened up by using antibiotics.
Yeah. No, they don't bring up the fact
that... any of other reasons that might have caused the brain disease.
Yeah, they don't mention the fact that cows are being re-fed other cows.
Yeah, exactly.
Because mad cow disease was, I think, like, it originated from cannibalism, so they were feeding cows cow brains.
Yep. And
that's the whole thing, kids. If you have to eat somebody, don't eat their brains. You'll go crazy. Because it's,
has happened multiple times in history, so it's not just the one-off.
Yes. Gotta make that mistakes. No, Daimler, no! Eat everything except the brain. Because it's the prions in the brain, I believe, that I don't remember why it makes you go crazy. I just remember that it's like prion disease, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the prion disease. Like it's the the protein that's usually found on the surface of the cells.
Yeah.
And if you just, for some reason, cannibalism causes that protein to change its state and accumulate in the brain, causing space on it and causing cell death and stuff like that.
I think it's just the digestion process of them, isn't it? Morphs them.
Yeah.
Or the attempted digestion.
I don't think so. Like, they do... Like, if you ingest a prion, it will make it up to your brain. So it doesn't... It makes it up to your brain. And for some reason, when the regular protein is exposed to this edited protein, they also change shape, which causes the cells therein to die.
Yeah.
Really weird.
It is bizarre, but basically, don't eat brains.
Yeah, please don't eat brains.
For the love of God,
not your own
don't eat brains.
If you want to eat some other species' brains, then go ahead, I guess.
Just don't eat people brains.
Yeah.
Well, upon looking up prion diseases, I found something called fatal familial insomnia, and now I'm fascinated.
Oh,
fatal insomnia. No, that's why I'm interested. Fatal insomnia.
Wait, I think I...
Oh
no. Opposite of trypanosoma, or whatever it's called. Fatal, I think.
Oh, lovely. Death usually occurs within 6 to 36 months after symptoms begin. Death is usually due to heart problems or infection.
Yeah.
Insomnia gets worse over time. High blood pressure, rapid heart rate, weight loss, delirium, and hallucinations. Woo! Sounds fun.
Oh, that's fun.
And that is a prion disease.
Oh.
How fun. But it's also a genetic one, apparently. Because it's familial.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Huh. Neat.
Yes, as we do sleep. You especially.
No sleep is bad. Don't eat brains. Contrary to what Huggies commercials tell you, people are edible. No! Oh, dude. But yeah. That is my thing that I want people to know, and it's the one thing I get kind of preachy about is GMO crops are not the devil.
I get preachy about antibiotic resistance, stuff like that. If you have a normal infection, do not take antibiotics. A viral infection.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't need it, don't take.
Yeah.
And always finish your antibiotic course, please.
For the love of God, if you get prescribed antibiotics and you start feeling better halfway through, still finish them. I do not care. Finish them.
Yeah, please do.
Doesn't matter if you feel better. Finish them.
Unless you want to end up with gonorrhea that has absolutely zero chance of going away, finish your antibiotics.
Yeah. Or if you want to be responsible for the generation of the superbug that will kill everybody. Finish them!
Yeah.
All treatments should be finished. Yes.
Yep.
Finish your damn antibiotics. I don't care if you feel better. Finish them. Yeah. The NHS was doing listen to your doctor for the most part. I know sometimes doctors are stupid. MRSA is very bad.
Actually, is super bad.
Yeah, and entirely listen to your doctor, but also I guess I don't know how it works in different countries, but sometimes I believe doctors have been accused of over-prescribing antibiotics.
Oh yeah, they do that.
So listen to your but maybe question if you really need antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah. And they usually don't really bother doing lab tests, so they end up describing a general antibiotic.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
listen to your doctor, but also don't if they look stupid.
Yeah. If they sound like they're being dumb, they probably are.
Yeah.
There are a few doctors here that vaccinated people with a dog vaccine. Excuse me?
Oh my... What?
Like, a dog vaccine for animal COVID, or just a dog vaccine for something? Because I know animal COVID, is a different... Well, coronaviruses are not new. That's another thing.
They've been around for a long time.
Yeah, coronaviruses are just a very big family of issues. I think it was for animal COVID. I mean, I would hope... That's terrible practice, but I would hope that it was at least vaguely related. But no, that's not... Don't take animal drugs. Oh dear. Why do people, huh? Yeah, doctors do some strange things. Are they real doctors? Or people anyway who say that?
They might be.
Yeah. On a similar tangent, please don't get backstreet, what do you call it? What the fuck is the word? Plastic surgery. There we go. Don't get backstreet, boys.
I didn't know that was...
Yeah, people sometimes try and get, not legally certified, plastic surgery, and obviously it doesn't go well.
God.
If somebody tells you that they can, give you ass implants at home, no, they can't. No, they can't.
Yeah. Even if they can, they really shouldn't.
Yeah, even if they can, they absolutely shouldn't. We did one time at the death games. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people and animals can have the same drugs.
Yeah.
But don't assume that you could take your animal's drugs.
Yeah, and usually they're
they're
slightly different usually.
Yeah. In
or at least in their non-active ingredients.
Yes. Because...
And by the way, if we have extra time, we're going to do a segment called Isn't This a Drug? In case anybody's interested.
Hell yeah. Yes, mayonnaise is a drug. What? Exactly.
Well, no, mayonnaise isn't, I think. Like, it
I wonder
doesn't
if you can
have
get
any
addicted
effect
to
on the
mayonnaise.
body, does it? Except the stuff,
I don't know, ask Sin.
occasionally.
It seems to have done something to Sin.
You gotta like,
Oh dear. Do we have any more questions in here? Jim had questions.
yeah.
What did I get from Jim? Oh, Jim did give me an interesting question, which was, can science be used to explain why those brought back to life from Pet Cemetery love murder?
Oh, you questions.
Yeah, I think he gave us different questions. They gave us different questions, which is very sweet.
Yeah.
I would just say that my assumption would be that the animals in Pet Cemetery that got brought back love murder because they're partially decomposed. Like, whatever. Like, they got reanimated after a while of being dead, so I would assume that whatever part of the brain it is that controls emotion is gone. And that's why they like to do the murder. But also,
Yeah.
a man who took copious amounts of cocaine wrote that book. Oh, bless him. But no. Zombies are interesting. Like, from a scientific
That's impossible is the scariest part of them.
Yeah, think. For real.
Like, scientifically, you can't create an actual zombie.
Yeah, that's something that Jeffrey Dahmer tried to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer was, when he did his murders, his goal was to create somebody who was in a zombie-like state. So he would drill into the side of their, like, he'd knock them out with some kind of drug. And then he would drill a hole in the side of their skull and pour acid into it.
Oh, God.
To, like, basically try and render them he wanted them conscious, but, like, zombified. And it kind of worked, other than they died afterwards. Because that's usually what happens if you somebody's skull open and pour acid in it.
Like, I guess bottom work.
I don't remember what he was. But yeah, zombies kind of could happen. There's a lot of different ways zombies could happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably gonna be viral.
Yeah. The most likely one seems like parasites or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, like ant.
What's that ant parasite that, like, takes a hold of ants and, like, basically controls them? Brainworm. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the technical term, brainworm.
You're not wrong, Kaz.
Capitalism. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, no. The ant brainworm kind of just wiggles its way into an ant's brain and kind of eats a hole in it so it can sit in there and tell it where to go. Gross.
Yeah. That's why I hate parasites.
They're grim. They're very grim. It's a fungus as well. It's a parasitic fungus. I'm not gonna share that picture. That's just gross. No one wants to see that.
Yeah.
If you do want to see it, Google ant parasite and you'll find it. If you don't want to see it, don't do that.
I'm not sure how many people are going to listen to you, but yeah.
How else could zombies happen? Oh, what was that drug?
I mean, there
And
was
they
that voodoo doctor, or
yeah,
well, in quotation
yeah,
marks, voodoo doctor that turned someone into a zombie and made him a slave for a few years.
yeah. Shit's weird, man.
Yeah.
There was that.
I suppose like zombie in the classical sense can't really
Yeah,
happen with a rotting body and all of that. Just
yeah,
someone who loses their higher brain function, I
yeah.
suppose is the most accurate way to do it in real life.
Mhm. Yeah.
Daimler, no.
There was that one. Was it? It's crocodile. I think is a drug that kind of makes people look like zombies because it's flesh eating. Like
Oh.
it. It was crocodile, wasn't it? Yeah. Taking of the crocodile kind of just slowly disintegrates your flesh. So they look like zombies and they're also high, so I guess they kind of behave like zombies.
Oh. Huh?
Um
No. No.
Did you Google it? It's one sec, I'll put it in chat. That's how it's spelled. No, eat a rat. Yeah. No, I wouldn't look at crocodile pictures unless you like pictures of people's flesh being eaten. But actually, if you Google crocodile, pictures of crocodiles just show up, so. It's actually
Yeah.
pretty hard to find anything. It's just a whole bunch of crocodiles. Crocodiles are cute. Look at them go. Yeah, crocodiles are really silly looking creatures. Look how big their noses are.
Yeah.
Can we get a picture of a crocodile? I like crocodiles.
Hi, Lando.
Hey, Lando! Hell yeah. This guy thought he was getting heroin, but they gave him crocodile instead. Oh dear. Because it means crocodile in most Slavic languages. Aw. I like that.
Oh, that's
Oh no! Okay, I need everyone to see this picture of two crocodiles snuggling. They're snuggling. No. I think crocodiles are cute.
oh.
Anyway. Oh, they're
That's
cute!
adorable.
Look, they're cuddling!
Yeah.
I love them. I love them a lot. I think most animals are endearing. What questions did you get from Jem?
Sure.
Knuckle Crocs.
Just
Should be your
give
dream.
me a sec to open Discord.
Yes. What did they ask you? Look at the snuggling crocodiles! Ah,
Yeah.
so cute.
Alright. Is it possible to use science to make real Pokemon?
To make real Pokemon.
And it's kind of related to the second question, is can we have a real Jurassic Park?
Can we have a real Jurassic Park? I am not equipped to answer that explicitly because I've never seen Jurassic Park. I don't know what happens.
Can you bring dinosaurs back to life, or even if you can hear them? Bring them out of extinction.
I mean, there are people working on bringing mammoths out of extinction. I don't know why.
Jurassic Park is kind of plausible, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. With, let me see how, because that was ages ago that I heard about people trying to make mammoths a thing again. Make mammoths real
Also,
again.
we have yeah. Also, mammoths, it's like 2,000 years ago, so we have We have
Yeah,
some DNA left
not quite
with
long
the
ago.
dinosaurs. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure how well preserved dinosaur DNA is. If we're gonna be able to do that,
I'm
unless
sorry,
we
what
just
did that say?
redesign them.
Oh, that's depressing. I don't want to read that. Uh-huh. No, that's not a mammoth. Stop. I don't want these. No, I don't understand the desire to make mammoths alive again when we're actively extincting a bunch of animals that still exist at the minute.
Yeah, including us.
Yeah, for real. No, that is something that sometimes annoys me about science, is that there are some pursuits of science that have so much money spent on them. Like, I get it, but
That's
also
completely.
there are more pressing issues.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way about space
Yeah.
exploration.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but we also don't need so many billions of dollars on it. All people have money.
Exactly. I kind of, yeah. Space
Although it's
exploration
not
is.
really their fault as
No.
much as it's capitalism.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it is very hard to
Like,
get
we do
funding
have
for
the money
things.
to do both, but if capitalism is only giving us that much
Yeah.
funding in order to do research, isn't it better to put it in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I understand the desire for space exploration, but I'm like, okay. I understand that people are like, what if we could colonize Mars because this Earth is breaking? And I'm like, okay. What if we spent that money on not breaking this Earth instead? Consider that.
The idea.
What if we use that money to fix the mess we already made? Let's colonize oceans. I mean, we're making trash islands. We may as well start living on them.
Yeah,
I already
true.
live on a trash island. It's called England. Got him! I done got myself. Let the ocean for crabs. Gil, you know there are more things in the ocean than crabs, right?
Crabs aren't even in the ocean.
No. They're in the, like, least oceany bit. Colonize the sun. Jim wants to colonize the sun. Crab life.
No, Jim wants to get stopped there.
We should fling our trash to the sun. That was, I think I remember not understanding as a kid why we couldn't just throw all our garbage at the sun. I was like, why can't we just throw it off the earth? That would make sense to me. Take all the earth trash and dump it somewhere else. I don't want to be flung into the sun. I mean, the sun might fling itself into us one day.
Nice.
You don't know what the sun wants. Humans to the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, what about folks? I think you can have your life broken. If you're the genetics expert here, no? Do you think it's possible to have Pokemon?
No. No? I mean, technically...
Like, aesthetically, you can have something that looks exactly like you.
Yeah, with the state of current technology, no. Technically, yes. Because realistically, if you completely understood how all DNA
Well,
worked, you could make anything.
Yeah.
It's just that we don't.
Yeah.
We will all be dead when the sun hugs us. I mean, I think we'll be dead before it hugs us.
Yeah. Wait for that.
If flat Earth is real, we might as well throw it, trash off it like cats. That would be smart. Okay, that's something. I can't tell if flat earthers are actually real or if they're memeing.
Well, the first time I heard about them, I didn't really think.
Like,
no, they're real somehow.
Like, actually? Do people actually believe the Earth is flat?
Actually, like, I seriously doubt someone would have built a homemade rocket and tried to go up. Try to go up to flat to prove the Earth's curvature was wrong. And almost kill himself while doing that, and he wouldn't believe that it was real. Yeah, he did that multiple times actually. He didn't just try it once. He tried it like 3 times.
I don't.
And ended up in the hospital after the 3rd one.
I don't. I can't comprehend how someone could genuinely think the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
But then again, Ellie's dad is convinced that wind turbines are powered by batteries. So.
Okay. I mean, but like, that's different. Like, that's
he thinks they're powered
possible,
by batteries.
I suppose. Stupid, but it's possible. Like anti-vaxxers, they're very stupid, but like, yeah, if you actually didn't know anything about vaccines or anything and someone told you that they cause autism, you might think that, oh yeah, that could be possible.
Yeah, but I get it to that point.
With our current understanding, like, yeah.
My issue is that if somebody said that, I'd be like, okay, that's a potential. I'll look it up.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but no one looks it up. They're just like, oh, Doris from down the road told me that vaccines gave her son autism. I guess I believe her.
And like, believing it is stupid, especially if you don't do your own research. But, like, physically possible or not? Yeah, it is physically possible. If you think about it, like, like, yeah, there could be chemicals that cause people to have autism or anything, or to be neurodivergent. Like,
yeah. GMOs cause autism. Oh, dear. I had to do a...
As I know you joke, but I'm 90% sure that people actually do.
There are people that think that. I'm like, alright, enjoy your banana, Sharon. No, I had to do an entire paper on Andrew Wakefield, which was he was the guy who first, quote unquote, hypothesized that which vaccine was it? The measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine caused autism.
Yep.
And I mean, it's been thoroughly debunked. Like, it was proven that the study he did into it was founded by lawyers who just wanted to. It was funded, by lawyers who just wanted to make money. He didn't believe it. The what do you call it? The experiments that he carried out were not sufficient. I think he had like 14 people. Like, he only tested 14 people, which is not a sample size worth anything.
Yeah, and I'm also pretty sure that he also had a patent for another vaccine.
Yeah, he was being funded by...
The MMR vaccine with that one. Yeah,
he was being funded by lawyers for an alternative vaccine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's completely debunked as being just a
debunked
whole
since
load of horse shit.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still people are like, oh, this is a credible man, because the thing is he was British and he got his doctor's license revoked here because obviously clearly not a functional doctor.
Yeah, obviously.
And he moved to America and has just started perpetuating it there instead because we basically kicked him out. Like, oh.
Oh, girl, there was,
gays cause autism. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry for
autism. That came out and said that people shouldn't take the COVID vaccine because it makes people gay.
The COVID vaccine makes people gay.
One actually went on TV and said that.
I'd be like, give me 1 million doses of it, my man. I want to be gayer. Or if you give it to a gay person, does it ungay them?
I don't know.
I was gay before it, though, yeah. And I'm like, it's such a layered nightmare because, okay, the fact that you think it could make somebody gay is laughable in and of itself. The fact that you consider that a problem... Like, imagine thinking dying by COVID is worse than being gay. I mean, better than being gay.
Yeah. But the MMR vaccines, like...
Yeah.
How many people have died from measles, even this year alone?
Yeah,
despite us having the vaccine for, like, 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's really not that bad.
Like, realistically, if it did, which it does not, if it did give people autism, that's better than dying a death from a horrible disease!
Exactly.
You can absolutely live a fulfilling and happy life whilst being autistic. You cannot live a fulfilling and happy life if you're dead!
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, this educational stream turned into bashing dumb people. Of course it did. Of course it did.
Yeah,
Have you heard the theory that the vaccine makes you infertile? If my son has autism, does that mean my life is right as I am as gay as she's... Yep, sorry Moby, you're gay now. I'm gonna... Me too.
You're just lucky I haven't gone on a rant about the Rosalind Franklin yet. Because it's very tempting to do that all the time.
Yeah. No, I...
Give her Nobel Prize, people.
There are a few reasons why I kind of stopped pursuing science. I mean, but one of them was just the sheer... Like, from a scientist's point of view, if you're trying to research something, you have to grovel to get people to give you money to research it.
Yeah.
You have to beg. Like, on your hands and knees, you have to beg people to give you money to research something in the first place.
Yeah.
And then you research it, and research is so hard because most of the time it's something that isn't working. It's like 99% of the time it's a failure, and then 1% of the time you get something. And then, say you get through all of that, and you publish this fantastic paper that you think is really going to help people, and then some shithead from buttfuck Idaho is like, I think that's going to give me gay. It's just soul destroying.
Yeah.
I couldn't cope with it. My sister-in-law is an anti-vaxxer.
Someone is an anti-vaxxer, they're pro-bacterial, I guess.
Yeah. Steal your nephew and just stab him with so many things. Steal him. And the thing that annoys me about those specific anti-vaxxers is that they'll be like, well, my son hasn't got anything, so clearly I'm right. No, your son hasn't got anything because everyone else around you has had the vaccine and he's protected by herd immunity, you fucking melon.
Yeah.
Like, rage. Despite all my rage. I am still just a rat in a cage.
They're just flowers, I think, right?
Oh, so much anger.
Yeah.
What else can I grant?
The third question Jim asked was, can Fungus be used to create an actual super soldier serum? I forgot how to speak.
Lando, I do call people melons a lot. Okay, super soldiers.
Yeah.
Like...
We did see a video about that a while ago.
Like a Captain America kind of thing?
Yeah, the video I just linked is a Captain America video. Like, kind of like the serum they used to make Steve Rogers into Captain America. So, like, I'd recommend everybody watch the video because I really love that channel. But in case you don't want to, the gist of it is possible with a lot of work and research, but it's kind of better off than not to do it because, like, we don't need super soldiers.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
The thing with a lot of things, like, could you do something to people? The answer is usually yes, but no, in that for most of these things you would need live subjects, and that would never ever pass the ethical barriers.
Exactly.
That's one of the reasons why research into things like Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative disorders is kind of stunted and slow, is because most of the time you need live subjects to be able to see what's happening, but you just, it's not ethical to subject a living human to scientific experiments, so it's very hard. Who needs ethics? We can manufacture
also that to think about. Another science fact I wish I didn't know was how many huge science breakthroughs we got because of unethical practices.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot
of... The first vaccine involved the guy injecting himself and his family was the virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it worked, but most science is rooted in some sort of atrocity and or accident.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of... Well, there's a really interesting documentary about it, about a woman called Henrietta Lacks, and she was a black woman who had ovarian cancer, I believe it was.
It was ovarian or cervical cancer, I think.
Yeah. And because she was a black woman, and this happened in like the 50s or something, doctors had...
53.
Yeah, doctors historically...
I googled her a while ago, so I can't remember.
They believed that black women or black people in general couldn't feel pain like white people did, and a whole bunch of awful things. So basically, she was very much just taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But her cells were, I believe, the first immortalized cell line, and they're used in laboratories every single day for genetic research. Henrietta Lacks.
Do you want to explain that, or should I what immortalized cell lines are?
Go for it.
Yeah, so, like, if you take human cells out of the body, they die without proper nutrients and everything. Normal cells die after, like, they die.
Pretty quick.
I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, pretty quick. Some cancerous cell lines can keep reproducing for up to 50 times, so you can use them for research like that.
Yeah.
HeLa cells, which is the ones they took from Henrietta Lacks, can just keep splicing themselves as long as they have enough nutrients forever.
Yeah.
Like, there are 20 tons of her cells have been made so far in labs for research.
Yeah.
And HeLa cells have been used in AIDS research and almost every vaccine currently available has been researched on it.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah, her cell
So
line
we
is
really need
basically...
immortalized cell lines, but
Yeah.
yeah, her story was pretty...
The way that it happened was awful, but
yeah.
it's
Especially
incredibly...
since she died in poverty, and
Yes.
like the doctors who took her cells became millionaires out of them.
Yeah, and like they didn't have permission to take her cells.
Yeah.
There was no permission or anything like that, and she died a poor woman. And I believe her children have been or did file lawsuits against it now.
Yeah, they did.
Because
they didn't find out that the cells existed till after her death.
And because obviously she and her family, she died in poverty, and obviously poverty has historically equated to less education, so they just didn't know what was happening, which is completely understandable, because obviously you wouldn't, would you? But yeah, it was an awful thing that happened.
Back then you didn't have to sign medical consent forms for research. So someone can just take an organ from you and use it for research without asking you for it.
Yeah.
Someone can take an extra blood sample and use it without your permission.
Yeah.
Which is why we have to spend months now just getting ethical approval before any research.
Yeah, there is a documentary on Henrietta Lacks, I believe, and the story of her and her legacy.
And there was a movie about her too.
Yeah.
Oprah was, I don't know.
Her and yeah, no, her cell line has been vital for a lot of things, but the way it happened is just terrible still.
Yeah.
But yeah, cell lines, most scientific studies are done on cancerous cell lines just because they're so hardy. Like, that's the nature of cancer, is they don't want to die, so you can experiment with them more without accidentally killing them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you also
don't
obviously
have to buy a new cell line every few weeks.
Yeah.
And just
but
buy
obviously...
a bunch of cells at one point and keep them alive in your lab.
Yeah.
So it's more cost effective, I guess.
Obviously, there's downsides to it, because obviously cancerous cells aren't fully representative of normal cells, because they're cancer cells. So there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Oh, what cell line did I do my work on? Will I remember? I seem to recall the cell line. Yeah, I remembered. I did my research on the A549 cell line, which is... no one cares, I'm sure, but it was an adenocarcinomic human alveolar basal epithelial cell from a 58-year-old man, I believe.
Oh, God.
He basically had... This one was, consensual, for the record. They have this.
Yeah.
These cells were because 58-year-old Caucasian male. Yep. Yeah, no, I did my research on those, and they just don't die. They're just like, nah, we're good. Pour acid on us, we don't care.
Yeah.
Cancer cells aren't like every other cells, right? You would think that that's obvious, but I had to detail my explanation of why we were using cancer cells and why that would alter, like, why that meant that our results weren't necessarily representative exactly of how nanoparticles would affect human cells in the lung, like, without having cancer. It was interesting, though.
Yeah.
Fun fact, nanoparticles aren't good for lungs. Would you believe?
Yeah.
But they're not really all that interesting, if I'm honest. It was kind of boring.
Don't go. If you think of, like, your body does check for cells. There's a type of immunocell called natural killer cells that basically just goes around every cell in your body and makes sure that they're okay. That they have the proper ID, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Usually cancer cells fail that test, and yeah.
And that's if they've passed the several cell cycle checks already, so...
Yeah. Like there are internal regulators and external ones.
Yeah. Really good if they're provided by the new Marlboro Nano. No! But yeah, there are a lot of internal checks.
Plausible. Like, it seriously sounds like something Marlboro would do.
It does. No, the only other... This is completely irrelevant. Well, like, it's kind of cancer-related. I, as a teenager, was always fascinated by teratomas. Because they're just horrifying. So, teratomas are a type of cancerous tumor where... Listen, this was the kind of thing that I enjoyed as a teenager, was teratomas, because they're a type of cancerous tumor that basically just starts growing people parts.
Oh.
They grow hair, they grow teeth, sometimes they grow eyes.
Oh.
They're awful. Yeah. They are just awful, and it was like I couldn't get enough of them as a kid. I was so fascinated by them. They're just basically like your body starts trying to grow another person. It doesn't do it well, but it tries.
Yeah.
But yeah, they grow teeth inside them and everything. It's fucking awful. But no, and that's what I did as a teenager. I just looked at all these horrible pictures of teratomas. They're nightmares. I think most of them happen as a baby, though. So I don't think they
Some people end up living to their 60s without realizing that they have an extra person inside of them.
Yeah.
Or extra organs.
They are kind of fucking awful. Yeah. One of my other favorite things as a kid, because I was a sad, freakish kid, was the condition called megacolon, which just is one of the funniest things in the world to me. It's basically your colon, aka your large intestine, just gets real fucking big.
Oh.
One sec. I can't show you guys a picture of this because it's literally just guts. But I can...
Yeah, please don't.
For example, there is a picture of a doctor lying down next to a megacolon, and it is about the same length and girth as the doctor.
Oh, no.
Like, they just get huge, and it fascinated me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, megacolon.
One of the reasons I hated parasitology was the amount of pictures of prolapse colons you have.
Oh yeah, prolapses aren't nice.
Yeah, at all.
Prolapses are really bad.
Yep.
No, not pleasant, but no. I was really interested in, I guess, guts. As a teenager, that's why I wanted to be a surgeon, because I would just sit there and watch videos of surgeries all day. So, I need to frequently remind myself that people don't usually want to look at innards. Pose with my megacolon? I do want your guts. In the friendliest way possible. Not your brains, just your guts. Please don't give me your brains. But yeah. Body's a freaking weird, man. So much can go wrong. Very bizarre. Very peculiar creatures we are.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, looks like a slug. Anyway, stop looking at guts, Lauren. It does just look like a really big slug.
Yeah.
Most most
no.
insides look like slugs.
True.
I think most things look like slugs. I did have one more question. Well, several questions actually from Jim.
I had one more as well.
These are all kind of in the same boat, but there was, what's your favorite thing about science? What made you choose it, and what career would you like to have? Yeah. I mean, for the time being, I've kind of abandoned a career in science, so I can't answer that, but...
Yeah. What's your dream career? Is it still being a surgeon? That's what your dream career is?
I enjoyed studying it. I think my issue... Well, the reason I really stopped was just because I had more... Like, I didn't have time to stay in university, if that makes sense. Like, with Ellie and everything, I need a job to be able to live with Ellie, and that was always just more pressing to me than spending more years at university.
Yeah, it is exhausting too.
It is.
Even if you love it, you have to deal with a lot of crap.
It is miserable even when you do enjoy it for the best part of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I signed up for university, I was on a master's course, but halfway through my second year, I deferred to the bachelor's instead, because the thought of doing 2 more years just made me want to die. I was like, I can't do this, not now. Not now, so I deferred to the bachelor's.
University
Maybe one day I'll go back.
Yeah. Like, the way higher education works is really...
It's exhausting.
Doesn't even work even if you are neurotypical.
Yeah.
That's even worse for someone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's hard for anyone. I was also very depressed. Oh, this isn't going to end well. Money! Oh. 5 for a bachelor, what? Sorry. You could get...
Yeah, some majors require that.
Everywhere other than England confuses me in terms of how university works, at least. Because it seems like most places...
You don't have any courses that take 5 years?
To become a doctor, it's 5 years, that's it.
Yeah. Engineering is 5 years here.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure...
Pharmacology is 5 years too.
The only ones here that are 5 years are doctor and vet. That's it.
Time.
Bachelors here are 3 years, and then it's 1 extra year to get a master's, and then 2 to 3 years on top of that if you want a PhD. Usually. But I've heard that it takes a lot longer. I did one and chickened out about costs. Yeah, literally, I only did 3 years and I still owe 50 grand, so I'm like...
You won't have to pass on, so, like, I have no idea.
No.
I mean, I chose what we have. But
yeah.
I don't know how it looks. That picture is done by Sin. Thank you, Sin.
Aw. No, I owe £50,000, but
Oh, God.
It gets taken out of our paycheck before we see it, so I don't have to pay tax on it at least.
Oh, that's
But
good.
yeah, it's nice. That's oh dude. But no, and I found out from my last paycheck that my current repayment rate is £14 a month. So like how, in what world am I gonna be able to pay off a £50,000 loan on £14 a month?
Yeah.
It's very funny. Like, okay, well, that's not gonna happen. 50, 1, 2, 3. How many months would that take divided by 14? That would take 3,571 months.
Okay.
And how many years is that divided by 12? That is 207 years. That's fine. Because here, after 30 years, if you haven't paid it back, it gets wiped. You just don't have to pay it back anymore.
Actually better then.
Yeah, so I only have to pay back 30 years worth of £14 a month, which is fine. Yeah, it's decent. But I was trying to figure out what on earth you would possibly need to be earning to actually pay that back, because I'm not earning like a lot of money, but I'm earning enough to start paying it back. So I'm trying to fathom how the hell, like how much money you would have to earn in order to actually have a chance of paying it all back. I can't think. Fucking £14 a month. I'd rather be immortal for £14 a month, yeah.
Yeah. To be honest.
Oh dear.
I'm lucky enough I don't have.
No. University is strange.
Yeah.
And
Like, if I have to pay for my master's, there's no way I would have done it.
yeah.
I could have afforded it, it's just too much.
Yeah, Kaz, I'm not convinced that anyone uses their degree.
I hope you use it, but
I believe in you. You'll be the
when I
first one
graduate,
ever.
eventually.
I
I have to graduate first in order to do that, that's the issue.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
I use it to yell at people about GMO crops, and that's about it. My best teacher at university was a major in international relationships. What the fuck? Ugh. That makes no sense. Yeah. I got part of my loan forgiven because I finished it on time. Oh, that's nice. You only needed to pay 32,000. How kind of them. No. I think my thing is that like I'm not a party person, so the social and drinking aspect of university didn't even appeal to me, so I was like, why am I here? I had to flirt with old men.
Oh
Good.
no.
Oh, good. But yeah. Science, bitch. You can do a lot with science. It's just that most of the time capitalism will get in your way and make you give up before you get anywhere.
Yeah, that's the real issue about it.
My brother has a computer science degree, specializing in network security. He works in TSA. TSA is the airport people with the scary people, right?
Yeah.
What on earth does TSA
what
stand
is your
for?
favorite part of science?
My favorite part of science? I don't know if it really counts, but every science teacher and or lecturer I've had has just been an absolute lunatic in the best way. Like, I think science just makes people crazy,
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
that's happening.
science teachers are nuts. They're their own breed of absolute insanity, and it's great. I just love them.
Mhm.
That's what I like. I like that it breeds crazy people.
I don't know what my favorite part is. I don't know. Like they're
There's
having
still
an
time,
influence on
Kaz.
the world, I guess.
Yeah. It is.
Like something you do can live on a million years after you
Yeah.
even shape.
Or until somebody
I don't
figures
know.
out that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Actually,
Like,
that is
even if
something.
you don't,
Yeah.
yeah. Even if you don't make a major discovery, you're still contributing
Yeah. Absolutely.
to the collective human knowledge, I
Yeah.
suppose.
That's fun.
That's a nice bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I always like having to study science scars you. It does. It's fun though.
Yeah.
I like that in science things do constantly get proven wrong, because realistically science is just this is the most accurate thing as far as we know, and that's always open to change. I like that. I think that's neat. Because yeah, most quote unquote well-known facts like gravity or the existence of particles have had so many hypotheses over the years, and things that were once accepted that now aren't. I think that's neat.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Atoms and their ever-changing... No one knows what atoms are, we just keep guessing.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I
fun.
think since I finished high school, it's changed like twice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Kaz. They just keep finding new particles and they're like, well, back to the drawing board.
Oops, guess we're wrong.
Oopsie doopsie. We split it in half again, and guess what? There was more stuff. No, physics is something that I will never be able to wrap my head around. Physics is not for me.
Yeah, not for me either. Like, at all.
Interesting, but nope. I don't do physics.
Yep.
It breaks my
Yeah.
head.
Same.
Completely breaks my
So-
head. I'm like,
So
there's much
weird.
maths. I can't. There's too much maths
Yeah.
for me. That's something I think is one of the reasons I chose biology, was it was the least mathy one. I don't do maths.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I did the same thing.
Yeah. It's like, well, physics is basically just maths with theory attached to it. Chemistry is like half and half. Biology is pretty not mathy. I'll go with biology.
Yeah. My happiest moment when I first got into my majors, realizing I won't have to do any calculus classes.
Yeah. I
Is it-
just hated maths. The most I ended up having to do was like p-values and stuff, but you can just tell a computer to do that
Yeah,
for you. That's
Yeah.
not hard. Just ask the computer to do it.
Yeah. Like, it's just basic math. Like, you have to know a couple of rules, but that's it. You don't have to get into theory and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it's pretty interesting. But yeah.
Yeah.
I like biology.
Me too.
Which is good, because we spent a whole long time doing
Yeah.
it. It'd be kind of shit if
Yeah.
we didn't like it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember people I went to school with spending our entire time in high school complaining about math and going to
Mhm.
study math. It's like, you know you're going to be miserable. You know every student you're going to teach is going to be miserable because you hate what you're teaching.
Yep.
So would anything else.
Yeah. Maths isn't for me. I finished high school with it, and that's all I needed to do. I was like, no thank you, I'm done.
Yeah.
I refuse to do maths ever again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Don't eat brains.
Don't drink ocean water.
Don't drink ocean
Finish your
water.
antibiotics.
Yeah. There's a whole... GMO crops are fine. There's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
Those are the lessons of today. And I believe that's time.
Yeah. There was a couple of things I had to do. So we can fill time. Since we're done with the questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We are, I believe, finished. Don't not. God damn it, Daimler.
No.
Lock Daimler up.
Yes.
Oh my. Hello. I think...
Maybe we'll save them for another stream.
Yeah, we can always do more science.
A bit more stupid science next time.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the "is this a drug or not" section.
The sire, I just realized that I've been talking, but my mic was not on the stream, so everything I said was not being heard.
Oh no!
Anyways. I had it off because I didn't want it to go through the entire time, and then I forgot that I did that. Anyways, now I'm hearing myself, and this is distracting. Thanks to our guests today. Follow them on Twitch. Next week is Community Games Jackbox. And the following week is going to be guest streamer. If you want to stream to the Fungus podcast, let us know. We'll make it happen. It can be anything. If you guys want to come here and... Damn, what the shit?
Woo! Oh, thank you. I got one.
Hell yeah.
Time.
That went to Lando, Curious Coven, Scorn, Mago. Oh, my buddy's got subs. Condalingas, good name. Bridian, Dolabill, The Stair Dweller, and Alpha Geek. Nice. I guess we gotta find someone to raid. Is there a science podcast going on? Let's see. Mass Effect launch party. Mass Effect is releasing today. Shit.
There's somebody I follow that is classed under science and technology, and it's just a live stream of an owl.
Sure, let's fucking go.
Okay, there. 1 second. I'll find the fucking thing. What is it?
I guess Nadeen is no longer here. Let me...
Oh, it has babies! Okay. It's that.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Thanks everyone for being here. We're gonna raid this person, fully endorsed by Lauren. She's responsible for everything.
I endorse owls.
You endorse owls. Shouts to Hooey Hoo. Love you all. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. Streams happening all over the internet. Join the Discord if you want to see who's streaming. Any parting words, Lauren?
Thank you for science.
Thank you for science. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.